Hi everybody, it's Emily. So I'm coming to you a week later. I know you all missed me. I missed you too. um, so today's video, I'm going to talk about how I had electrolysis, like I said I'd talk about today. Today was my first electrolysis after 3 laser sessions. I'm very surprised I only need 3 laser sessions, so we'll get into that in a second. And then also how basically this Thursday is 8 months on HRT, which seems to have just flown by at this point, and some things I'll talk about that's happened since then. But yeah, we'll start off first with electrolysis. I was very shocked. Basically, today was I've had 3 lasers, and it's like everybody says, it's very painful, and I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but it's worth it in the end. But today was my first electrolysis to basically get this area around my chin and my lip. And I wasn't sure what we were going to be able to do in one session. I thought maybe, they could get a little bit, maybe I'd have to go back, but she got the majority of it, and I am impressed. When I looked at myself in the mirror and noticed that there was hardly anything left that was dark hair, and I shaved and it was just pushing away what was left, it was amazing. The fact that I have another session on Thursday and that I could potentially go out next weekend and not even have to wear makeup if I don't want to anymore. I almost cried, I'll be honest. That's a huge moment for me, because a lot of my friends know that I'm always terrified. I always think that oh, someone's gonna see this area, there's a little black here, a little black there, and it's probably unnoticeable to me. But I just have it today, so you can probably see that it is still a little swollen and sore in the area, but that should go away soon. I am wearing a little makeup now, barely any compared to what I used to wear, to be honest with you. I used to use this BB cream. It's really good, and it helped hide it pretty well when I did have stuff there, but now I just used a very light powder, and I mean, there's really nothing you can see now, and it amazes me that I've gotten this far where I don't know, it shocked me. It went really well. It does hurt more because see, I'd say laser is a constant, okay, bam, let's do right here, and that hurts. And where electrolysis is zaps and points, but it I don't know, it hurts constantly instead of just let's get this, okay, that hurt. But it's okay. I mean, it's far worth it, and I stuck it out because as most people, my friends would tell you, this part of me is I'm very nervous about that part. But besides that, like I was gonna say, it is now, as of Thursday, 8 months on HRT. I can't believe I've been on HRT for 8 months. It literally blows my mind sometimes. I talk to friends sometimes, and they've been telling me they can barely recognize me now, and I just look different, I act different, which is great. I mean, it makes me really happy that, am I really that different now? And I guess I am, but I don't know. But yeah, 8 months, it seems crazy. As far as changes, I mean, my face continues to change. I feel like it's starting to stay at this steady point. Fat redistribution, I haven't seen a lot of that. I have noticed in my hip area, but it has gotten a little more. But it's definitely not as much, which is fine. It's only been 8 months. To be honest, for the amount of changes I've seen in 8 months, it's remarkable, and it still blows my mind. As far as breast development, I mean, I'm already up to a 36B. This is just with a very light cami bra. I mean, I was told to be lucky to have an A or AA at this point, so I feel incredibly lucky. That's another thing. I feel my roommate likes to say that I took hormones, the next day I woke up with boobs. And it technically was kind of true. And it just affects everybody differently. But in more good news, in relations to that, I've been feeling like I've been passing a lot more, which, at first, I had a doctor's appointment this week, which I think I've talked about on a couple of, maybe it was a live video I talked about, but I had a doctor's appointment this Friday, and, I've gone twice now. This will be my third time. I go every 3 months to the doctor's, and this is my third time going. And the last 2 times I went dressed as Emily, and I went as myself, and, I would get looks, and I got some weird, people, one guy gave me a really dirty look, and I felt so uncomfortable. But then, I shook it off and just went. This time, though, I walked, and no one looked at me. No one paid any attention. It was just it was kind of surreal. It was much different than the last few times I've went, and it made me really think about how far I've really come. Because the last time I was there was in August, and it's just that short of time between then, and yeah, it definitely opened my eyes. Obviously I got there, and I will tell you a little story about something that happened. I got to the doctor's office, and I have not yet legally changed my name. I actually am mailing out the forms this week. Yay! So hopefully soon I will be legally known as Emily, as soon as they get the paperwork and everything gets going through. But they don't have it, but where I go here in Boston, they let you do a preferred name. So I have my preferred name set as Emily for right now, because that's what it will legally be. So I gave that to then I walked in, the receptionist said, "Oh, Emily?" And I was like, "Yes." When, "Okay, have a seat." And I sit down and I wait for a little bit, because my appointment wasn't for another 5 minutes. And the male nurse comes out, and he starts yelling out my old name. And I was just sitting there, and I wasn't even really paying attention at first, because I don't even expect to hear it anymore, especially at places like this. And he just kept repeating it 4 times, and finally said my last initial as well. So finally, I'm very uncomfortably and very embarrassed, I got up, and I went with him, and some people looked at me, and it was just a very embarrassing situation, and I talked to my doctor about it, and they apologized profusely, but it's just, I'll be very happy when those things don't happen anymore, and that should be soon, so, fingers crossed, so, but yeah, it was one embarrassing moment. Take away other ones to get one. But in general, I've been very happy, because, I feel like I'm just blending in a lot more, and it's just, it's not even just the blend in, it's just, I don't get the looks, I don't get the stares. When I first started and I went out, I got those, and it just made me so uncomfortable. Now, I don't know what it is. I think it's also, I'm going to be honest, I think it's partly I'm very much more confident in myself, and I think that's a great thing, and I think that's rubbing off on people. Just, when someone's so confident, they're like, oh, no, they're not even going to question you. It's like I said in my confidence video, it's definitely, it helps a lot. But, yeah, so that's been really good. It's made me happy. For some other things is the doctor officially signed my gender change form for my license, so that my license will be changed to female as soon as my name change goes through, so yay. And she is also doing my birth certificate as we speak. So that's kind of exciting that this is all happening. Obviously it's coinciding with work, and yeah, it's exciting, but it's also really nerve-wracking, to come this far, and to the point it doesn't, sometimes it just doesn't feel real, because you wait so long for something, and to be honest, I had given up to the point where I thought this was just a fantasy. It wasn't going to be real. Who are you kidding? It's not going to happen. I was in that mindset, probably a lot of people out there are now, or have been. And, the fact it's happening now, it's just the fact is, things like this don't just happen on their own. You've got to take charge and do it. Because I know that, if I didn't do what I needed to do, it wouldn't have got done. And it was hard. don't get me wrong, it was hard, and it is hard. I mean, I still feel it's hard. Like, I know work's coming up, and I still have to come out of work. And to be honest, even after that, when I'm full-time, it's going to be hard still to come sometimes. You got to push through it. I have never been as happy as I am and I have been for the last few months. It is incredible what's been happening, and it's just, I never knew that this is how you could feel. Like, I always thought, like, the way you felt was, like, something in your gut or, like, a boulder on your shoulder. Like, that's what it felt like my whole life. Like, I felt alright, but it's like, I didn't know that this is how most people feel. Like, just, you know, not having that. It's just, it's amazing, and I wouldn't give it up now for the world, and I never will. So yeah, I feel like overall things have been going really well, especially now, 8 months HRT. I'm kind of happy about that. I will be going to Comic-Con on the 14th. Yes, the 14th of November, so next weekend. Yay! So you'll probably get a video later, and I'll probably be in costume again as the 10th Doctor, because I'm going as the same thing. And I'm very excited because I get to meet one of my favorite YouTube personalities, Doug Walker from the Nostalgia Critic. So, like, that's something that's really cool, because I've always enjoyed his videos for many years. Yeah, and there's some other people, obviously, Robin Lord Taylor, Penguin and Gotham. There's some great people. And I'm going with my roommate Ray and my friend Kay, so it'll be really cool. But yeah, I mean, it's been an exciting 8 months, and I mean, I am less than a month and a half until work finds out. Pretty much a month till work finds out, which boggles my mind. Yeah, and then this will be me all the time, which makes me excited, because I'm gotten to the point now where this is me all the time. I just can't wait to be able to do it all the time at work and stuff. So yeah. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I will be back next week. I'll let you know about the second electrolysis, how that went, and how the healing went, being I'm still a little swelled up. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good week, and thank you all for watching as usual. And alright, bye.